sharp edges, and it's supposed to cut the underbellies of them, and it's supposed to work for these mites as well. And then that way it cuts them, and then they get the infection in there, and it eats them up from the inside, and they die. So, and actually when we had the ladybugs in there, the night after we put this in here, you could see about 150 ladybug trails going everywhere in this stuff that was laying on the ground. They were heading for the hills. Trust me on that. Okay, but yeah. So what they do with this is they have big, huge beds of this. It's basically just fossilized shellflower, and it's food grade as well. And that's the kind you want to get is the food grade. Okay, and then the sulfur you want to get the it's a fungicide. Okay, but it's a spray or a duster. Okay, so you can put that, liquidize it, put it in a foliar spray, and spray the plants off with that as well. The sulfur stinks. I mean, there's just no way around it. Burning the sulfur really stinks. It's going to permeate through the clothing. If you're growing in the house, you're going to have that smell through the house. The old lady is not going to be happy. Let me tell you from the get-go. But you understand, talking about this kind of thing, and that's his babies in there. He's going to do what he's got to do to try to save them, but we also keeping the family safe is more important than any of that. So, okay.
Well, so, sir, just to finish off this diatomaceous.
Oh yeah, tell them about how to do this too.
Well, yeah, it comes with instructions. You want to fill it about a quarter full. Do a test first in a container to see how much sprays. I cannot stress that enough. If you do take this tip off, you will just spread it like no business. You do not want this until you feel comfortable with this apparatus. So once you start compressing it, you will start to understand it. But when using this, we were very, very happy. And actually, what we want to tell you is if you're going to use soil, you might as well pick it up.
Yeah, if you guys are going to grow in soil, same with the sulfur. All right, this stuff right here, this spray sulfur and this diatomaceous earth. Put this stuff down. It can't hurt. It's not going to hurt your plants. And this right here, you can dust it with this. You don't have to stink the house up with it. You don't have to get a burner. If you don't have anything and you know your plants are clean, this right here can keep your plants from, if they do get a hold of a few on there, it'll kill them before they get a chance to lay eggs, okay? And then that would be what I'll talk about next. What else you want to get into right now?
Well, I guess the safety aspect is paramount.
Very, very.
As Scout had said, when we were applying this, we were kind of going in blind, but we at least, me being the mechanic, I knew that we needed to be safe. Yeah. So I had a respirator, a full-blown 3M, 99% 9 particulate filter. Now, on the packaging, it says do not use that because it has no oxygen supply. So what I had done was I used the respirator with a mask over it for fine particulates. Mm-hmm. Now, keeping with the theme of a small garden, you cannot withstand those fumes of this stuff for more than 5 minutes at a time. So you need to take a break and understand that you of course, your health is more important than the plants. They can take 10 minutes to chill out. You need to recuperate. So that is very important. And it's almost the same as all PPE. You want to have a face covering. You want to have eye covering, hair covering, arms, feet.
No exposed skin whatsoever.
Exactly.
I'm talking about hoodie over the top, pulled in tight and the whole 9 yards, because it will burn you. It will burn you, all right? This stuff is strong. That's why, this first time he's used any type of sprays on his plants ever. I don't use insecticides on my plants. I never have, but I haven't needed to either. So there you go. But in this case, we had to. It was the call. Also because we were told that they weren't that hard to beat. Then we started doing the research. Okay, so I made phone calls, talked to people that knew about it. I went to the grow places. I went to the supply places. I went to any of the shops, and asked them about this because it's legal in this state. So they can tell you all about it and blah blah blah. They have another product you can buy, a few more, okay, but they're just so damaging that I didn't want him. He didn't want them. I know I wouldn't want them in my cell walls of my plants, regardless of a full flush or whatever else you're going to do, because you can't change the cell makeup. Okay. Go ahead.
And then, of course, safety being paramount. Sulfur it stinks, but you again don't need to atomize it if you don't need to,
right. Or
have the fancy equipment. You can just sprinkle it in. It'd actually be somewhat beneficial in hindsight to kind of mix it in with your soil
it can't hurt
as and its nutrients.
It's a good amendment, yeah. So.
And just final thing on this DE or diatomaceous, or when you are going after this also will start getting in the air. You do not want to breathe this in. So again, a respirator and a mask or a bandana over, I would highly recommend.
Right.
Because if you're spending any more than 5-10 minutes, you are going to be in a cloud of dust. And it takes anywhere from 10 to 15 minutes to let it settle because it is so fine.
Right.
So then after it settles, you're going to just want it to do its own thing and you're going to want to leave it. No fans on whatsoever. So,
and that's the way you want to use it too.
Yeah.
It looks like you're supposed to use it like that. It's this way. Okay, guys? Just a heads up. Save you a lot of time and save you some product. Okay, so now I want to tell you a little bit more about what we've learned about the mites themselves. Okay, so if you catch them in the first week and you give them this love right here, one of these, you're going to take care of them. Throw that in there too. You can probably take care of them. Okay, it takes them 3 days to come to maturation, all right, to where they can lay eggs, all right. So they'll lay eggs in clutches from 1 to 5. They're going to be round, anywhere from a light white to a darker orange. I think they get darker orange as they're about to pop. So, we've been keeping an eye on that. We knew we had eggs and stuff, okay. We were fine with that. We kept on this, because we hit them before the eggs busted. And these last 3 to 5 days. So, right before day before they bust, we laid them out. We did everything that you're supposed to do. We got all the products that you're supposed to get. And let me tell you how these mites work. Okay, first off, they're going to come up, start from the bottom.